Hello and welcome back to Pandemic Playground with Dave. We are back with ship evolution again, and so far so good. Guess we got a lot more ships joining us at our docking party. So let's get started. All right, so more or less we were we were fixing up the red ship, this one, which was on this side. Got rid of the blue ship as we mentioned, just to put aside for now. And kind of attached both red corvettes onto our Stingray. Marking it still the Imperial Red Stingray in this case. And I put up the turrets with welders and everything like that in different areas in the front. I know some of you wanted me to kind of make it more of a detachable system, which I'm still on the fence about doing. So we still have the merge block, but we do have some solid blocks here, which we could turn to merge blocks and connectors and such here. But for the time being, I'll just leave it as is. And we still got to finish up the red ship over here. We get most of it kind of by hand. We refurbished it to look exactly like the other one that we have there with the turrets and everything like that. I was fortunate that the turret kind of blocks this here. I wish I could put like a plate or something right inside, right in front of it, but I can't. So not much we could do about that. Another way of doing it is with a piston or something like that, or subgrid somehow, so that it can do that. I guess you could have put a rotor back there and put it on displacement to make it retract a little bit inner. That could possibly work. I don't know yet. I haven't tried that before, but that might be a possibility. But other than that, I mean, we have our ship going here. We probably did blueprint it. So then if we find an unidentified signal, we can potentially attack it and see how well our ship fares. But we do need to kind of fix this up. I do wish I had the nanobot build and repair, so it could repair while we're back at base, mainly. Not to use as a shield like the cheesy way. It looks like we did take a little bit of damage here as we had some ships join us on the docking party. So what I mean by that is all the ships that are on the left hand side over there. So all the ships, while I was doing things off camera, like refurbishing this ship here, maneuvering the blue ship back here, which is kind of merged to this one for whatever reasons. Again, the blue ship is just a shell of itself with no thrusters whatsoever, so it's just gonna be there for now. Looks like it broke a bit of stuff here. No, it didn't. But here's the docking party. We already had that ship. We had this ship that we can basically dismantle because we don't really need it anymore. But other than that, we got another mining carriage right here. And then we got another one down here, which I think we already had. And then we have two of these things here, which are called nope, it's still considered the red Stingray at this point. But this is actually, I forget what this one's called, to be honest, but the separate ship for, it's a separate ship. It was a mining something, but we just hack it, discharge it, so we can throw it into our batteries and such. But yeah, we took out everything from here. Unfortunately, we had to battle some of these because they were unfriendly with us. Mining transport, that's what it is. There you go. Yeah, it was unfriendly with us, so our weapons did fire upon it, and this one destroyed all the large cargo containers, unfortunately, so that didn't work quite well. But we did have the other one here with one or two large cargo containers, I believe it was. Yeah, so here's the other one that's kind of like broken and such, which I believe I grabbed everything out of it anyway. So that's what happened there. So we do need to scrap them all so we can keep it for parts. But a lot of like collateral damage happened as well. It sucks, but it is what it is. Our ship is almost ready. We still got a few more things to kind of fix up. Especially the ion thrusters and everything like that. One key thing is the hangars inside the red ship, which is right here. On the other side, we sealed it up, as you see there. So we're probably going to do the same thing. And what I was thinking of potentially putting here is probably going to be jump drives. So we could probably throw one right here and protect it from the inside. Yeah, that could potentially work. Because I don't think we need to travel in here anyways. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. But we do need to add another turret right over here if possible. Because we were planning to do something like that. And there we go. So we have a turret right over here all ready to go. May want to turn it off really quickly. Target weapons. 700 and there. That's fine. Okay, probably a good idea to finish welding it up. Do we have enough materials to make another jump drive? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not too sure at this point. We need to get rid of the hydrogen here because it's unnecessary to have hydrogen on the red ship and it's poking out like that. So we could outfit it with something else. But before that, I feel like we need to make some other ship. So we're going to build something today in honor of the holidays. So we're going to potentially try our best to make some kind of turkey welding machine. It's going to be a very rudimentary build because I'm going to try to do it as quickly as possible. Right, so we could just build our frame from here. Probably build it somewhere where it's easy to grab resources. There's a turret down there, so it should be okay. Or we'll grab it from this turret, if anything. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, so it's gonna be again a very rudimentary build here because I'm gonna try to speed it up. So it's gonna be somewhat of a turkey-ish like thing. Let's see if that's gonna work. I should really put up a picture of a turkey so I can kind of get an idea of how to build it. But we're going to skip that part and just build as we can go here. So we're going to meat and potatoes is going to be a cargo container. So it's going to be a large cargo container that I'm going to stick right here for now. Again, that's the meat and potatoes of the turkey. So that's basically, I guess, the turkey itself, and then we'll put in the stuffing and stuff. Well, it's gonna be a more or less a live turkey, not a cooked turkey type of build in this case. So we're gonna pull that out as quickly as we can. So hopefully this turns out pretty okay. Okay, so that's kind of the body. Of course, we're gonna extend it out a little bit too. So then that way, the body doesn't look too crazy, or we get some room to build around it. I do need some more blocks everywhere. I wish I had a closer port, but it should be okay. Should have probably connected through there. But anyways, I'm just gonna put a conveyor junction throughout the whole entire thing. Like in all the ports here, just to give it some extra give if it needs it. I don't think it does, but we have to put like batteries, gyroscopes, and everything like that around it anyway. So it's gonna look like this. This is the body. It's not gonna be a huge thing. So that's the body. This here is gonna be basically the neck and everything like that. How we're gonna do the neck? I don't know. I mean, I was thinking more or less kind of going like this a bit as the outer shell piece, but not too far. And I was thinking of putting kind of like a rotor, if anything, so that can maneuver the neck a little bit more too. But again, that's just kind of rudimentary here. Okay, so that's basically the outer piece of it. I don't think I should make it that high, to be honest, but we'll do that here. And part of the beak and everything like that is gonna be the welder right here. And hopefully that kind of turns out okay. So when we talk about the face of it, here's the beak section. So we can do that. Like this. And then we build out from the top up. I don't know how well this is gonna look, but we're gonna make it work as best as we can. So that's the beak. Next is kind of like the eyes and everything like that. But we gotta round it out a little bit if we can. So do we corner block these? I guess we can. I mean, how else we're gonna do it? And before we do that, we do need to start welding up some of the innards so that we can get to it. Okay, there we go. Got the innards at least put up. And of course we need all that cargo and containing just to get into that right there. But anyways, do we round it out like that as the beak? Kind of looks weird if we did it do it that way. You know what? We can make this slimmer here by putting a half block instead. Probably the better idea. Alright, looking okay. It's taking some kind of form. Now, the face and everything like that, I mean, we could round it out later if we can. And I guess the way we're going to do it here is going to be a little bit on the closer side of... in terms of face, the eyes are very close to the beak. All right, let me grab a picture. Actually, no, the eyes is fairly close to the beak itself. Beak should be wider, not necessarily triangular like I did. So maybe here should be a little more triangular. But I'm gonna do this for the eyes right here, which I think will look pretty decent. So it should be wider in terms of a beak. So here, all right. So I think we need to back this up a little bit more, but here would be like that. Yeah, we should probably do it that way. So we make this longer here.
Inventory full.
And here should probably... Oop. Yeah, and there should be the wider section. Like so. And that doesn't look too crazy. I mean, it's going to be a horrible build to begin with. So don't you worry. So I guess then the eyes and such will be here. Actually, yes, we can use... Can we use this one? Just to round it out a little bit. Kind of don't want to use that, but what choice do we have? That'll be okay. Yeah, it'll be okay. That'll be fine. What choices do we really have here? Like I said, we're doing a quick build. We're not going to design this as if, you know, it was ideally one-to-one shape of a actual turkey. And plus, I'm actually looking at a cartoon picture more than a real turkey anyway. So that is more or less almost identical. Did we put a hat on it? No, probably not. And then we put in this right here. And then there we go. We basically got somewhat of a face for this. So if we really, really wanted to, it would basically be yellow beak. Like so. And if we really care to, we're just gonna put in all the rest here. And there's... Okay, I should have really stuck that car container onto onto an actual port so I can actually grab stuff as I'm doing this. But either way, I gotta run back for power. That's the unfortunate piece. I don't know if I thought through the rotor or not, but the rotor is going upwards, so the most it can go is down this. That's fine. It don't need to be the other way around. All right, that's looking okay. Obviously not the best, but like the beak here. Well, here's the neck. So I don't know. The beak joins into the neck. I guess it does in a way. Oh, we didn't even get this thing done, but anyways, that's fine. We'll put this together. I don't know if there's gonna be a block that's gonna fit this right over here. I kind of doubt it. There's one for this one at least, but I don't know what's gonna fit over there. But that's fine. We'll just do this for now. Ooh, okay, that would have been close. I mean, it still could work with that one. Yeah, I think that's our closest bet. So we do that there. And it has a little bit of spacing outside of it, which is okay. So there may be another shape that fits the agenda with that there, but I'm okay with leaving it like that just to give that the extra look. Actually, no, that looks terrible. Is there really anything we can put here? Yeah, right here. Perfect. And that's mirrored, so it's probably gonna end up on this side. There we go. That's a little bit better. Not like in this, but I guess it should be a regular O square block here. No. What if we use not necessarily a rounded one, or something that's gonna join it together? Yes, that looks a little bit better, not by much. Okay, I'm always worried about things like that coming our way because we have a bunch of enemy ships right here. So that may be a problem later down the line, but should be okay for now. We do have our turrets on, aiming for weapons, so we should be okay for the most part. Okay, got that done. So that's not necessarily finished product, but we're almost there. Almost. We just gotta put some rounding up here. I guess we throw in some regular rounded pieces here. They'll round you off there. We'll probably round you off here. The brains of it all. Probably gonna put a camera here so we can see when we're welding. And that's basically your your face a little bit. Not the best thing in the world, obviously. I know that. Again, it's gonna be a quick little build I was thinking of, anyways, just to play around with it. So we'll make the head not too big and round it out. We'll go as far as I guess 2 blocks, 3 blocks or so more. Something like that. I think we'll do fine. We don't need it to do too much here, to be honest. Yeah, there we go. That should be fine, like right there. And not the hugest head, but it'll work. All right, this ship is looking a little bit bigger than I really wanted it to be. But why not do it anyways? So as you can see, I kind of messed it up here too, because it really should be over here where the connection is, not so close to the beak itself. We could still make it work, but we could also try our best to shift it forward a little bit. Shoot, I think it really should be like over here. in terms of the conveyor junction. So it needs to kind of connect there. How are we going to do this? Well, we could probably separate the grid and then push it forward with a piston, I'm assuming. So we could do, I'm going to do this. Yeah, we'll do it this way. Basically, grab a piston like so. And we'll just push it like that if we can. So we're going to need a merge blocker. So we're going to merge it block right here to right here. That should merge in as soon as it can. We'll separate this right there. And of course we need more mats to get that thing going. There you go. Probably do shared inertia. Let's reverse it ever so slightly. Okay, so then we can get that closer and closer. So then... Oh, we did not put this together. Not good, not good. I see it kind of tilting a little bit. So it's tilting forward a little bit, which is not what I wanted, but should be right. It'll still work out because it's all connected. So we need a merge block. I guess we could do this here. Merge here and here. That should bring it back towards the appropriate area for a neck. Probably should have built it towards the front so it'll be easier for me to get the power back. Yeah. Anyway, I'm very worried about that ship coming. I don't want it to fire on our stuff, and I don't want to fire upon it either. Because it is the STTC, which this is the STTC beacon. Do not want to lose faction there. Or do not want to lose faction rep there, but yeah, fine. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna retract this a little bit. Oh, wrong way, wrong way. Extend it based on what we did. So that's gonna connect, and this should be fine right over there. Then we could dismantle all that we just did right over there too. Okay, so that should be attached, and all this can go. Ooh. Throw that in there. Okay, hopefully that worked out okay, and that we don't have a floating head on here. Would be kind of funny if that was the case. Right, so we have that done. The head's and the head's tilting a little bit, which is fine. We had something here, which I believe was this. Put that back. Ooh, we messed up here. Well, we didn't mess up, but that's not gonna separate the grid, I hope. I don't think so. So here would be a junction. Okay, so there we go. Everything else would be steel plates. We'll surround it. Do we need anything else? I mean, we could put the... It does need the red marking that's supposed to stick out here, but I don't know if I would really want to do that. Even if I did do that, it's probably going to be a panel or two. But it's not going to work over here. It could, kind of, but don't necessarily need that per se. Okay, should we round... Actually, you know what? Should we round it out? Oh, well, we're going to round it out. It's going to be down here anyway, so... If we do plan to round it out, it'll be like that. Here. Got a bit of a big head, but it's fine. And we'll round this out here and here. And then we got space in the middle for whatever we need to put there. Not the most symmetrical head, but it's gonna work. Again, it's a much larger thing than I was hoping for. I was actually thinking something a little bit smaller than this. But why not? So the body is gonna be fairly large with a small little bitty neck. Yeah, small body basically. That should be alright. Alright, so that's gonna be cleaned up right here. Okay. So there's a bit of a red thing. Not necessarily a tongue, but I don't know what they call it. But it's like red here. I mean, we could play around with doing that with a panel. So it could come out kind of like this in red. We can actually make it stick out like this too, if anything. Like that. I guess that could kind of work. Kind of odd, but it could work. And we don't have to make it symmetrical, so we could do two different options here, I guess, if anything. So one could stick out and one does not stick out. That's a possibility. So basically, well, this should be a reddish color. So it'll be like that. I guess we can make this into a red. Kind of like that, if anything. Yep, that could kind of work. Not like in the head. It should be a little bit wider, but it is fine. This is the best we're going to be able to do for now. We'll leave this open. Oh, actually, no. We can close it up for now. We could put a door in here if we need to, but it's probably going to be like back here, if anything. So we'll leave a bit of a hole right over there for now. Because we could put stuff in here anyways. Remote control block, or the case may be. Custom turret controller. It might be another possibility. But yeah, so that's connected. That's the head. Should be a little bit bigger and wider. Like out here could be a little bit wider by 1 or 2. Yeah, probably. But that's not going to happen. Then we just cover up the neck. Which we have a bit of a long neck here, unfortunately. Not according to plan, but we could shrink it a little bit if we need to. Okay, not liking where the hinge is. If we can cover it up, that'll be great. Not much we could do here, but maybe we could utilize this block without having it be an issue. I hope. Like so. Guess that's the neck. Again, very rudimentary build, but yeah. And we'll get to fix all this up too. And then we can work on the body. And then we'll throw in like the thrusters, batteries, and everything like that after the fact. But all this should be connected so that it can grab mats from the big old cargo container, which we needed to grab stuff from. Okay, so that's the neck. Yeah, it's a fairly big turkey-like thingy. Body-wise, gonna have to expand out more. So from here, yeah. So it should be like this and expands out technically, or even like this. Actually, no, this would probably work better. And we can build half block down this way. Should be more rounded, but I guess we could do that, or even closer. Maybe closer, like this. Yep, that could do. And then we just make it a little bit bigger here. So whether we go straight up diagonal like this, just to have a rounded out body in the back, Or we do it slowly with this design here. I think that work a little bit better. Okay, I'm just gonna throw in some of these blocks for now. So here's the back end. And I think that's as far as I'm gonna go for now. Yep, big head, small body. Kind of. Not really. I mean, it's pretty big in terms of the body itself, too. And again, yeah. So, not sure how well that's gonna turn out, but it should look okay, I hope. Okay, so should we round it out like that or use the corner block? No, it should be fine. Yeah, we should be okay. It's gonna be... Yeah, I feel like if we use... Oops. I feel like if we use more of these blocks to slowly go downwards, so it could be like this. It works a little bit better. So that it has a big old curve more than anything else. Like that's fine. And then we'll end up probably right around here. Right? I think. Yeah, so we could do something like that. Into the neck piece here. So we got to figure out how to get this downwards a bit. So this one could be like this. Yeah, we'll bring it down like that. Slope blocks. That work okay? It's a little too sharp, but I'm okay with that for now. Yeah, I'm gonna be okay with that for now. So there's a little bit of a limit here that we put there, but it could be okay. You know what? What if we did this instead? This block. That doesn't look as rounded. It'll be like that. Can we do that? Not necessarily. Well, it kind of works in a way. But this one, it's not going to work with that. So we need to do this block here. Yeah, that should work if we utilize this block here. So it's not as... What's it call it? As sharp down to the neck piece. Yep, that's looking good. I think that works. Yeah, that works okay. It's not the best thing in the world, is it? Okay, so I got kind of like the 2D aspect of the build so far. I still need to make the 3D parts of it. And I'll build the way I always build. And it's just the shell first and then the innards later. Okay, there we go. So that is more or less a duck. Based on the color that I'm using. So should really be using, I guess, somewhat of a brown. Can we find somewhat of a brown here? Something like that. I mean, yeah, that could kind of work. Oh, that looks like a red to me, not a brown. Need to creep into the orange a little bit. A little darker. Yep, there we go. I think that'll do. So, unfortunately, we should have kind of colored all this beforehand. Be easier. So let me see. Can I do shift clicking? Yes. I want to shift click here to get rid of our design up front. There we go. Here is our 2D version of a turkey. I don't like this part. Kind of messed that up. I think I'm just gonna do the same thing as I did down there, which is to just round it out with a basic thing. such as that block right there. And then we gotta kind of create the fan of the back, which is gonna be a pain in the butt. I didn't mean that as a pun, but it can be. Yeah, so we'll throw in this here, and basically this may or may not be the booty hole in a sense. We'll put the inset here. May be a little too high or too low. Turkey anatomy. Turkey anatomy, not so great at, as you can see here. Okay, so if we're talking about the fanning of the whole thing, I don't even know how to do that. You probably need like a rotor or something like that in order to make that work. But basically, I mean, we're fanning from starting, I guess, from here, if anything. I'll fan out from here. But how are we going to do diagonals? That's the piece. Well, why are we using full blocks? Let's not use full blocks for this project here. Okay, we do half blocks. Yeah, let's just do half blocks. So we can do fanning starting from here. But how do we fan out afterwards? I have no idea. Like, it's gonna have to go kind of diagonally. I guess you could do it this way. But it's not gonna be as much fans as you would like, as you can see here. You're missing a few going this way as well. I guess we could do it this way. I guess. Kind of works. Kind of. And we'll put this one this way. Ooh. That one's that way. Okay, that could kind of work. It probably needs to go a little bit further. But for now, we're just gonna keep it like this. Yep, that kind of does work. I'm surprised by that, actually. I mean, we could probably start from here instead of where we started, but that's fine. Let's just do it. Let's just keep it the way we have it for now. All right, there we go. So, how practical is this? None at all. Not at all. All right, that's looking okay. We gotta make some a little bit longer than the others, obviously. So, we can make that work a little bit better. I don't know what the magic number is to make it more rounded. But I think like something like this one should be a little bit further. Right? It's getting its shape almost. How long do we need this to be? So it should expand. It's just not rounded right now. It's just kind of looking like a tree. But it should really get kind of rounded. Like up to here, if anything. It's almost decent. I think this one needs to be a little bit longer, if anything. Or I could kind of keep it like that too. Wouldn't be terrible. We'll throw this here. This here. And then we just gotta make it kind of symmetrical. Somehow we are almost symmetrical. Again, not my best build, but it's just a quick little thing to play around with. Looks like we need to do that as well. Yep, there we go. I think that works a little bit better. Looks like we got to end it with this like that. There we go. That looks okay. I don't know if I planned it out correctly in terms of it being symmetrical, but we also got to finish the body because the body should be a little bit bigger too, so that might get a little longer. We don't want to make it too big, but we could also make it a brick as well. I'm not opposed to that. I think the body, as big as it's gonna be, is right over there, right around there. Should be more than enough. Yeah, I think we should just make it like that. All right, so that's gonna be extremely time consuming to kind of build out, unfortunately. But I mean, it's taking shape. Not terrible. It's got a bit of a small body, but and a big old head. Maybe we shrink the head. This should be probably half blocks if anything, but there's no half curves. So there's that. All right, so if we could just kind of build this back. Yeah, we got to build the body out a little bit more. Of course, we should probably round out the body a bit too. I don't know how I'm going to do that though. I'm not opposed to making it somewhat of a brick style for now. I guess we could do that. Yeah, that should be okay. And we'll just fix it up that way. That's okay. Yep, that's fine. All right, here is where... do something like that. All right, perfect. So... oh, well, that's the neck piece. It kind of still works out okay. I don't know if I should have done that. I mean, more or less back here should be the fat piece. The fatter piece or bulkier piece. How far we said we're gonna go up to here. Like that. Okay, so that's, I guess, the body. That's gonna have to work for now, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's actually kind of taking shape. Not well, ish. So should be good enough, I guess. Okay, so that's basically the body. We still need the wings and everything like that, but I'm okay with skipping that for now. So we have the neck. Yeah, that's looking okay. We gotta expand it, but we do need to weld up all this if we can. I'm gonna get rid of these spots here. I feel like we could utilize something like maybe this. Just to kind of corner round it out a little bit. Right there. Even down here, we could do that. Well, maybe not there, but over here somehow. We need... there should be something to utilize here. Yeah, we'll wait for that. And we just gotta weld everything together, and we're gonna put the fan out a little bit more than it is. Not really liking this brownish color, whatever color this is that I picked out. Looks terrible. But yeah, let's weld this up so we can see what we're dealing with. All right, here is the reveal of our turkey. Well, a little hard to see with the sun going away, but there we go. We got our turkey head here with its, I guess, is a beard on a rotor head or hinge head. Got a fanning of our tail over there. It could be a little longer, but it's fine. It looks okay. And then we put on this breast, basically the ion thrusters and such. So we just gotta curve that out a little bit. Yeah, it's the edge is not it's the edgiest thing in the world. It's not the smoothest turkey or whatever the case may be. And it's a lot bigger than I thought it's gonna be. As you see here. Should have made it from small grid, but wanted to make a large grid ship to do it. But it looks okay. I mean, it's all ion thruster based. It's got its feet with the, well, the three toes ish thing should actually not be pointing that way, but it should be three this way, but not much we could do about that. But we did add a lot of ion thrusters. So 6 upwards, 6 downwards, 4 backwards, 4 forwards. I don't know why I put more up and down. We could put more or on the forward and backwards. We have sideways thrust, 4 on each side, 5 including that. But actually we have extra ones on the feet. So there's that. All right, so this is basically the build. So I think we could sever ties with it right this moment. And this now becomes the PPG's turkey build. Okay, there we go. It's got a helm inside here. It's got the large cargo container. It's got a bunch of batteries. Nothing too crazy in here. I should have put the door for the booty hole part. There's a gyroscope. 1 gyroscope. I think that's more than enough for this, right? Yep. It's moving okay, but I think once we put stuff in here, it's going to be a little bit crazier. But this is actually not as bad. It's bad enough, but it's not as bad as I thought it's going to turn out. And the hinge part right here, well, we did 2 blocks for the welder first, and then the hinge. And we can increase, decrease velocity if we want to do it that way. So we can make it do this. Oh, well, we have a missing block there. The hinge is a little faster than I want it to be. The velocity, actually no, that's fine because the velocity just gets changed by doing this. So we got a bit of a pecking piece going, right? And basically that is our turkey. Yep, the finest engineering you can possibly see. Does it really work? I don't know. I really need to connect it somehow or someplace. I don't have a spot for it right now. But if you throw in some steel plates, I'm sure it'll work fine. Well, we also got some stuff in there too. So if we jumped in there, ooh, we actually have a camera as well. So camera, toggle, view. Oh, you know what? Also, we should do a custom turret controller. Don't know where this block came from. So we need a custom turret controller, so then that way we could bob the head a little bit better. So custom turret controller. Where can we put this? Probably anywhere in here, to be honest. And we may be missing detector components, so we're gonna have to create a few there. There we go. We should have been able to kind of rotate it with a rotor, but we didn't put a rotor, so oh well, that's our loss. So we just need the elevation speed to hinge, basically. And 2 will be the welder. Camera will be the camera in this case. So if we put the custom turret control here under control, we got the camera and we can do that with it. I don't know if that actually worked in terms of bombing the head. I guess it does. We have it a bit on the opposite side. Yeah, it's a little bit opposite, but that's fine. How well is it gonna work? It's a little too big for what it is though, but let's see. If we were to, I don't like the placement of the welder and the view and everything like that, but this will have to do. I think that's as close as we can get it, right? And then basically get our welders on. Yeah, that kind of works. It welded up. I just gotta put all the materials in here first in order to be able to weld up the whatchamacallits. So it's gonna give us ease on fixing up the large ion thrusters, a jump drive, and everything like that. If I can sneak in the beak into there. but I do need to find a good port so I can put it in. I think I might be able to back it up into this to throw that all in there, right? I hope so. I should have put a connector. I should put the connector in front so it's easier to kind of fly right into without turning it around. So we could potentially do that over here. We just cut this piece out and that piece out so we can see where the front is. Oh, this is where the block came off, I guess. Okay. So here's where we can throw in the conveyor junction. Multiple conveyor junctions, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna do that right there. Probably better right over here. In terms of a connection, right? I think so, actually. I'm about to seal this back up with this here. That's fine. Ah, okay. So if this is all connected, yeah, we should be fine to disconnect this and turn this into conveyor junction. And this could be the inset connector. That should do it. It's a little close, but it'll be okay. All right, so we could get into our booty hole here. Should put a door there. This is crazy. We are losing. We lost the thruster, which is not great. How did we do that? We disconnected. Oh, we're here. Yeah, we disconnected it from this. So let's just put that back. That's what happens if you don't glue everything together like these spots here, which we could probably do something like this to kind of glue it together as well. Or even as much as we can do like a whole slope block like this too. That could be more potentials too, but I'm gonna leave that alone. I don't think I'm gonna stick with doing that for now. I mean, again, it's just a fun little quick build just to celebrate the holidays. So nothing important there. We should put a helmet over here so it's easier to see, but or camera also over there, but we should be okay. Yeah, this is a big old ship. The wings, I should literally put the wings a little bit better, but sure. Okay, so we have a connection right over here. And oop, where's our inset connector? I think this is the front one. So we do switch lock. Oh no, that's not it. I guess we put both of them. Doesn't really matter. Switch lock. Which one's ready? Front one here is ready. All right, perfect. So with that done, that means we can now take a bunch of thruster components and whatever else it needs. Maybe a chunk of construction components, interior plates, a little bit of computers. I wouldn't say too much of that. Some metal grids, not too much. All right, cool. We'll back this thing up ever so slightly. And then we can weld up some of these things here, I guess. And again, we could lower the beak if necessary. We'll turn on the welders. I hope we don't break anything here. Ooh. Alright, what happened? We... Okay, so, we're not welding. What happened? Did something break along the way? I hope not. Did my welder break? If that's all connected. Oh, we never finished the rotor. Or, I mean, the hinge part. That would make a lot of sense. All right, there we go. That should do it, I believe. Then we turn on the welders, and we got our iron thrusters being welded up. So that is exactly what we built this turkey for. Not really. We did it for fun and hope guys enjoyed it. But it's going to help us somewhat in terms of fixing. I might put a piston in front, potentially. So that we could utilize the welder a little bit better if it's in a very, very deep spot where it's going to be hard to reach. But, I mean, at least we're not doing this by hand in terms of welding up the ion thrusters. So that's always a plus as well. And we can utilize the neck like that. Oh, we need lights. I can't see a thing. But it looks like we're able to maneuver this thing fairly decently to get it welded. And just like that, we got 4 ion thrusters all done. Large ones that are. Actually, well, we didn't finish that one, but I think we're maybe out of thruster components. Yeah. Oof. Do we need to make a sibling and be a grinding machine here? We probably should, so we could grind down the rest of these ships that are just sitting out here for no reason. So we can get all the ions, so we get all the thruster components and such. But yeah, we got ourselves a turkey welding ship. As good as it may be, or as decent as it may look, which is not that great. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Happy Turkey Day and happy holidays for those who celebrate. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Drop a comment down below, even to just say hi. And of course, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.